Hey folks, hope you're all doing well today. Making a video on the road, which I don't typically do, but I'm driving slow on a country road on my way to spend the evening with my beautiful wife, and which leads me into the point of the video. We're going to talk about turnaround time of our holsters. So demand is rather high and has been rather high for the past couple of months, and that's taken our normal 2 to 4 week turnaround time, and it's steadily pushed it back another week and another week and another week. And we've had a team member who has had a baby, has become a grandmother. Miss Amy is now a grandmother, so give her a shout out if you would for that. And then David's had some complications, some family complications with his mother and so on and so forth, taking care of her. And then I've recently gotten married, which is why it's now 5:05 and I'm in the truck on my way to spend the evening with my beautiful bride, going on a date, because for the last 2 months I've been working my butt off trying to catch up with the demand and get rigs out without sacrificing any quality or any performance. So I say all that to say this, we're all human, and demand fluctuates, and our ability to produce is stressed when demand is high, and it's stressed even further when everybody emails, hey, when am I going to get my holster? Can I get an update? Can I get this? Can I get... So what I ask you, please, everybody to do is get on the website and go to our homepage and just scroll to the bottom. We put our turnaround time right there, and check and see if your order date and our listed turnaround time coincide. So like if you ordered in late August and we're showing a 9-week turnaround time, well then if it's not the let's see, September, October, first week of November, which would be 9 weeks, if it's not after that, please just be patient and wait for us to finish up your rig. Because every time somebody emails asking, hey, can I get an update on my order? I ordered around this time. I want my holster. Well, we want to get you your holster, but it actually slows us down because I'm not going to leave those messages unanswered. Our customer service is very important. So we're going to answer you, and we're going to tell you about where your rig's at. And each one of those takes several minutes to respond to. So if you would, please just be patient, and you're in line along with everybody else, and just so happens other people ordered their holster before you did, and that happens. I've been waiting for 6 months for a particular product to arrive in the mail, and it's been on back order and back order and back order, and I'm just patiently waiting. I know it'll get here at some point. I've waited longer for some products. Especially, anything tactical or gear related, everybody wants it right now. If it's gun, ammo, or gear related, everybody wants it, and we realize that. And we're also, speaking to prices, we're trying to keep our prices the same that they've been for the past couple of years, but do know that our material prices are going up considerably, and I knew this was going to happen. Well, I didn't know it. I just assumed it was going to happen based upon current events and signs and what have you. So if you would, please just understand that in the coming year or two, if our prices have gone up some, it's to reflect that increase in material costs. Plus, it's whenever minimum wage goes up, the cost of product goes up. Minimum wage drives the cost of base products and so on and so forth. Like our leather manufacturer just sent a great big letter out. Herman Oak, love you guys. They just sent a great big letter out to us, basically explaining that the price is going to go up about anywhere from 5 to 15% a year for the next 2 or 3 years. And we buy the grade A 10-ounce thick drum dyed leather, tooling leather, and the grade A stuff is very expensive, but it's also the most pure leather that we can get our hands on, and we get the back. The back portion is the best part of the animal, and we're not going to skimp on that. We're not going to buy cheaper leather because the cost has gone up eventually 45%. We're going to continue to buy that really good leather, and we'll have to bump the cost of our rigs up a little bit to help offset that. And I'm a big fan. I mean, the whole reason we started this business was to put quality gear in the hands of fellow patriots, or fellow freedom-loving individuals, and not just in our country but around the world. It's just kind of a passion that was on my heart, and it's been birthed into a wonderful little business. So if you would, just have patience with us. We're getting to your stuff. We do have Expediting available. If you want to pay an expedite fee, we've got a $100 option that gets your holster in the mail in a week, and then we've got a $150 option which gets your holster in your hands in a week or less, basically ASAP. Both of those options put your order at the top of the list. It's just the second option usually comes with second day air shipping, so that you can get it by the time you're going on that protection detail or that training course or whatever the case may be that makes it urgent enough that you need your holster, or you just don't want to wait for the turnaround time. That's fine. But what that means is I cancel date night and I'm in the shop after hours making your holster. So if you want me to do that, you're going to pay a pretty penny for it. And I'm fine with it. We'll postpone date night to the next night, or the next opportunity. But I don't like to do that very often. So we don't do the expediting too terribly often. But if you select it, we'll honor it and we'll do it for you. Hope this comes with understanding on all of your parts. We're not sandbagging, we're not lollygagging, we're keeping our sanity, and continuing to have fun and continuing to make your rigs as quickly as possible without sacrificing any quality, and while continuing to enjoy what we do. Because if an employee enjoys what he or she does, then they're going to do a better job. So we take shoot breaks, or we'll have company lunch, or we'll do special things, just to boost morale and keep everybody happy, myself included. And if stuff comes up, if you've got a doctor's appointment, or having a grandbaby or whatever, and it takes you out, for a week, then we're flexible with that. But that also hurts our turnaround time. But we're human just like you. And please have patience with other small companies that maybe don't have as many employees on hand to respond to this. I tried to respond to it earlier this year. January was our biggest month ever, and it was almost 120% more than our normal monthly intake. And it was a bubble. That was the election month, and everybody wanted a hybrid all at the same time. And I went ahead and hired 2 more employees within about a 2-month period of time, anticipating that demand was going to stay high, and it went back down to about where it normally is. And then I chewed through a whole bunch of savings to keep paying all 5 employees until I ran out of savings and had to lay off a couple of employees. And that was really hard, because we're a family, But I also learned a very good lesson, and that's to not aggressively respond to hikes in demand. If the demand stays at this level for 6 months, then I may consider hiring another employee and spending 6 months training that employee, because that's about how long it takes to do what we do. But I'm not going to do that lightly like I did last time, because I've got mouths to feed as well. Not only do I have to take care of my family, but I feel responsible for taking care of Amy and her family, and David and his family, and that I don't take that lightly, and I thank God for putting me in a position to be able to do that, to help with that, and he has blessed us completely, and he ultimately controls the logistics of this thing, and I have to stay inside of his will and his plan for it, because it's his business. We're just the stewards over it. If you ever walk into the shop and you ask who the owner is, well, you'll hear me say, this is God's business. I just happen to be the lead steward of it, and it's an honor and a privilege, and I don't take it lightly. So guys, let this be an encouragement to you. And if you're a small business owner, and you're experiencing the same things, or you're having a hard time finding employees because the cost of wages has gone way up, my heart goes out to you. Keep fighting the good fight, and keep pressing forward, and just remember, to everything there's a beginning and an end, and this is temporary. I don't know how the end is going to be, but I do know one thing, that a lot of us are going to have our freedom at the end of it, whatever our ends are. So you guys stay safe out there, and we'll see you next time.